Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subject Zoology. Second year pre-medical. Topic name is urea and ornithine cycle. Liver. Role of the liver in urea cycle or ornithine cycle. Organism that cannot easily and safely remove the nitrogen as the ammonia converted to a less toxic substance, such as the urea or uric acid, by the way of the urea cycle, which occur mainly in the liver. Urea produced by the liver is then released into the bloodstream, where it travels to the kidneys and is finally excreted in the urine. In humans and mammals, almost 80% of nitrogen excreted in the form of urea, which is produced through a series of reactions taking place in cytosols as well as mitochondrial matrix of liver cells. These reactions are collectively called as urea cycle or ornithine cycle. Urea. Urea is the primary nitrogenous waste product of human and other living mammals. Urea is much less toxic than ammonia. The advantages of using the urea as a nitrogenous waste product are: number 1 is non-toxic, number 2 is very soluble, and number 3 is a small molecule. Number 1 is non-toxic. It can therefore be carried around the body in the blood from the liver until it is removed by the kidneys. Second is very soluble. It does not require a great deal of water to get rid of it. About 50 ml of water is needed to excrete 1 gram of urea. Third is as a small molecule. As a small molecule, it is easily filtered in the kidneys. Ammonia is a toxic product of nitrogen metabolism which should be removed from our body. Urea cycle or ornithine cycle converts excess of ammonia into urea in the mitochondria of the liver cells. The urea forms then enter the bloodstream. It is filtered by the kidneys and is ultimately excreted in the urine. Steps of urea cycle: synthesis of citrulline, synthesis of organosuccinate, cleavage of organosuccinate, formation of carbamyl phosphate, cleavage of arginine. These are the steps of urea cycle. Ornithine cycle. In ornithine cycle, ammonia is converted into urea in the liver by a cyclic reaction known as ornithine cycle. In ornithine cycle, 2 molecules of ammonia, 1 molecule of carbon dioxide are used. 1 ammonia molecule combined with carbon dioxide, an already available precursor from the previous cycle, ornithine, to form citrulline. Two molecules of ammonia combine 1 molecule of carbon dioxide to form urea and water. Ammonia combined with carbon dioxide to form urea and water. Urea cycle starts in the mitochondria of the liver cell. Here, ammonia combined to carbon dioxide to form a carbamyl phosphate, citrulline. Citrulline is formed from the previous ornithine cycle. Organosuccinate, arginine. Arginine is split by the enzyme arginase. Urea and ornithine. Urea is transported in the blood plasma from the liver to the kidneys. Kidneys, ureter, urethra, and excrete outside the body. And ornithine is regenerated, ready for the next cycle. Another urea cycle, enzymes and steps. All the A, S, E are enzymes, and in this cycle, carbon dioxide reacts with ammonia to form a carbamyl phosphate. Citrulline is formed from the previous ornithine cycle. Then organosuccinate, arginine. Arginine is split by the enzyme arginase into the 1 molecule of urea and ornithine cycle. Urea is moved into the kidneys from the liver, then ureter, urethra, and excrete outside the body. And ornithine is regenerated, ready to the next cycle. Here the urea cycle is complete. One more urea cycle. Here, ammonia combined with carbon dioxide to form a carbamyl phosphate. to form a citrulline. Citrulline is formed from the previous ornithine cycle. Then second step is the aspartic acid and fumaric acid. Arginine. Arginine is split by the enzyme arginase and convert into urea and ornithine cycle. Urea is moved into the kidneys from the liver, then urethra and excrete outside the body, and ornithine is regenerated ready to the next urea cycle. Ammonia combines to form a arginine. One molecule of water is made, two made, one is used. Arginine is split by the arginase. Arginase is an enzyme to form a one molecule of urea. Ornithine is regenerated, ready to the next cycle. Urea is transported in the blood plasma from the liver to the kidneys. In short, urea transfer into blood plasma from the liver to kidneys, urethra and excrete outside the body. The metabolic pathways involved in the production of urea are called urea cycle. Urea cycle is also known as ornithine cycle. It is a biochemical reaction resulting in the formation of urea from ammonia. It is seen in a ureatelic organism to change the toxic ammonia waste to less toxic urea. Arginine decomposed to give a urea out and ornithine to regenerate for the next cycle. The urea cycle converts highly toxic ammonia to urea for the excretion. This cycle was first metabolic cycle to be discovered 5 years before. Thanks for watching.